What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Hustle. Yes, this is the best money and credit channel on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell. So whenever I drop new sauce, new lessons, new methods, and giveaways, you'll be the first one to be notified. You'll be the first one to know what's going on. And hey, you might be the first one to win something for free. So make sure you subscribe and hit the all notification bell on all the YouTube channels. I'm talking this one right here, King Hustle. King Hustle X1M, no rags, just riches. King Hustle Crazy Reactions, the Hustle Family, turn motivation into memes, dog pound, exotic pups, goosebumps, horror stories, sleeping with the rain, Milwaukee made King Hustle 2.0, and King Hustle Live. Also, make sure you follow me on all my social media platforms. All you gotta do is click the title on every video. Once you click the title on every video, it will direct you to all my social media platforms. All right. Also, make sure you get a FaceTime verification call or a video. Make sure you see this face. Make sure you're doing legit business and you are getting what you pay for. I got a lot of fake King Hustle pages out there. And before we get anything started, this is all educational purposes only, not telling anybody to do anything. So let's get this thing started. What to do, my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers, my real Hustle Nation Empire family members, and we are back at it again with the gems, back at it again with the sauce, back at it again with the information that's going to turn you into a boss. So you're tired of being a zero, you ready to be a family hero? Listen up, take a seat, get your notepad and get your pen, because you already know when I drop these gems, y'all get them notifications that I'm dropping some videos. It's some information that's going to help you win. All right, in today's video, we're going to talk about the evolution of credit and CPNs. Yeah, the evolution of credit and CPNs. What's going on? Why is a lot of people starting to get into the credit game? Why is a lot of people starting to or trying to get quote unquote CPNs? A lot of people are starting to do a lot of things on credit on the legal side and the illegal side. So in today's video, we're going to talk about the evolution of credit and the evolution of CPNs, where it came from, and et cetera, et cetera. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Let's drop some gems that's going to, keep you safe and help you win. So there has been an evolution of credit and an evolution of fraud or synthetic identities, or quote unquote CPNs, ever since the COVID-19. Ever since COVID-19 has happened, a lot of people have been trying to get their credit together. A lot of people have been trying to do a lot of different things. And the reason for that is because when COVID-19 came, there was a lot of money being given out, a lot of money going around. And a lot of people seeing a lot of different people get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, or especially loans. And by a lot of people getting loans, they see that they can start businesses and get these business loans and get personal loans. Hold on. Get loans and get some type of funding, get some type of money in general. That's the whole point of people getting loans, credit cards, or lines of credit. So after COVID-19, after 2019, 2020, a lot of people were focused on credit. A lot of people were getting money, started getting money, and they had to pay a lot of money. A lot of people started a lot of different businesses, from car businesses, rental car businesses, Airbnb businesses, et cetera, et cetera. And to start these businesses, to get cars, to do these type of things, you need decent credit. So a lot of people started to focus on their credit, and a lot of people figured out that you can become a self-made millionaire off credit. So after 2019, 2020, credit has been a popular thing. Now, a lot of people after 2020, 2019, 2020 started using the word CPN. Before 2019, nobody knew about the word or heard about the word of CPN, or second credit profile, or start over credit profile, and none of that stuff. Nobody was saying it, nobody heard of it. It didn't exist. Now, synthetic identities existed. For many years, for many ages, parents have been getting bills and kids' names, their children's name. And by them getting that bill and that child's name, that's a synthetic identity. They built a whole new credit profile. When felons or people get out of jail and they go into the Women's Protection Program, they get a new identity. They get a new credit profile. So they go by this new name, they go by this new identity. So, people won't come fight them and harm them. There's nothing in the books saying that this person has a CPN, don't let them do this, don't let them do that. Now, a CPN or synthetic identity is not illegal, but it's frowned upon. Now, this is the difference. that a lot of people don't understand when it comes to synthetic identity, CPNs, pre-built CPNs, and things like that. A lot of people don't understand that with the evolution of credit, with the evolution of people starting to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, with the evolution of people starting to use resources and find out loopholes and exploit those loopholes in credit, they figured out how to utilize those 9 numbers that we all have and get new ones. Now, people say pre-built CPNs, start over credit profiles, second chance credit profiles. There is no such thing as any of those things. Those are things that's been, there's no such thing as a second credit profile. If there was a such thing as a second credit profile, don't y'all think that our parents and everybody in the world will have a second credit profile? Like, make it make sense. Don't you think everybody in the world will have a second, quote unquote, second credit profile? It's a lot of people out here in the world that have bad credit, they got a lot of bad debt, just doesn't want to pay it. So don't you think everybody will have a second credit profile? Now, a pre-built, quote unquote, a pre-built CPN, quote unquote, is basically people going on the dark web or finding this information any type of way that they're finding it of other people's information. They're making fake IDs and they're acting as if they're this person to utilize their credit profile to get loans, credit cards, lines of credit, checks, open up accounts, credit card, all different type of things. That's what a pre-built CPN is. It's identity theft. And a lot of people don't know that. So a lot of people out here that just hear, oh, a second credit profile and see these people getting houses and getting cars and doing a lot of different things under their impression that this is a whole new credit profile and they're able to do these things, and they're not using their common sense or their bright mind, and they're buying these quote unquote pre-built CPNs and they're going to get cars and such things, and they're going to jail and facing fines and things like that. It's all on YouTube. People, I do reaction videos all day, every day, and people get caught using CPNs or pre-built CPNs all day, every day. So first, it's all about the awareness and knowing about what's going on. Because like I said, before 2019, 2020, there was no such thing as a CPN. The world was not talking about CPNs. You didn't hear anybody talking about or saying the word, the 3 letters CPN, synthetic identity. It's been identity theft. And like I said, for ages, people, parents, we're gonna say parents have figured out a way to utilize their children's social security numbers and get bills in their names. That's a synthetic identity. It's still identity theft, but that's a synthetic identity. Now, people have figured out ways how to figure out or find social security numbers that have been issued. And once they figure out these numbers, like it's sites that you can go to figure out if a social security number was issued or not. And once they find the number that has not been issued, then they utilize that number. See, there's a lot of people in the world that utilize their resources for the wrong reasons. Like, people use the bright side of their brain for the wrong reasons to do a lot of the wrong things. And ever since 2019, people have been focused on credit. Now, a lot of people have been focused on credit because of they understand that credit is the #1 money game in the world, and they want to be able to save money and make money at the same time. Because understanding credit is understanding that why use your money when you can use the bank's money. When it comes to investing and starting businesses, you don't use your own money. You use the bank's money, which is loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. And you invest into that business, and you buy equipment, and you buy different things that's going to help your business grow for promotion and things like that. People are credit stacking, getting multiple credit cards, $100,000 limits, and have $1 million worth of credit cards, over 10 credit cards worth $100,000 on it, leveraging cash off of those, because you can get cash advances. You can off your credit card. If you have a $100,000 credit card, you can go to the bank and get a cash advance off the card, meaning you can get $50,000 in cash off of that credit card. And you can pay credit cards with credit cards. So people are starting to understand and learn the credit game, understand how to utilize debt and how the rich get rich, because these are the tools that they use. Understanding credit, bankruptcies, irrevocable trust funds, investing. They understand this and they utilize this information. So before 2019, 2020, a lot of people, and like I said, you got a lot of people out here to say, why do I need credit when I got a lot of cash? Well, by you having a lot of cash and no credit, you're going to be spending more money, and you never know. So by you spending more money, it's going to take away from your money faster, and you never know what can happen down the line. Before 2019, 2020, you rarely heard about any type of identity theft where it comes to getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit. Now, check fraud has been going on for a long time. Credit card fraud has been going on for a very long time. But the way it has been done has elevated, has evolved, because there's new technology, there's new apps, there's a lot of new things that has evolved, certain ways of things happening. And like I said, people figure things out on a daily basis. Now, it's a lot of people out here that's getting rich off credit legally. A lot of people out here are understanding that personal credit is where it starts. Credit is managed, and your credit profile shows how good you are with managing money. And by you showing and demonstrating how good you are with managing money, it will allow you to be able to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, because you've been managing your debt that you have. You get a student loan, you get an auto loan, you get a credit card. That's debt that's being reported on your credit report. Every month that you pay this debt off is being reported to your credit report as good payment history. And the longer you do it, will show these banks, lenders, and groups that you're somebody that can manage money. And then you have your debt to income ratio. How much money do you make each month with your job? And out of that, how much are you paying in bills? That's your debt to income ratio. Banks, lenders, and groups want you at 36%, meaning that no more than 36% should be used for your bills. So you have to do the math on that. And then they figure out which banks requires what. Every bank does not have the same requirements. This bank might require you to have a 650 credit score. This bank might require you to have a 500 credit score. This bank might offer documentation loans, revenue-based loans, all different type of loans. This bank might only offer certain loans. So people do their research and understand where to go. And by them doing that, that's also helping scammers and fraudsters know what banks are easier for them to utilize whatever type of fraud scheme that they have up their sleeve, utilizing credit. Because credit is the only way that anybody can get a lump sum of money. Somebody has a business, they need a business loan. You can get a $50,000 no-doc loan, a $100,000 no-doc loan, $1 million no-doc loan. It takes people years to make $1 million when you can literally go in a bank and apply for a $1 million loan and get it in a couple of days. So people are starting to utilize credit because they see how fast you can get a lump sum of money. And now they say, okay, if I had this documentation, I can get this loan. If I had this credit score, I can get this loan. If I had this credit profile, they already have this credit on there. They already have the credit score that I need. So how can I utilize their credit profile and act as I'm them? And that's where the pre-built CPNs come in. You got people making fake social security numbers, fake IDs, fake birth certificates, all of these type of things to utilize other people's credit profile. Because people are understanding and figuring out that credit is the #1 money game in the world. Credit will allow you to do any and everything that you want to do, from traveling and starting businesses to different everything. So the evolution of credit and CPNs has been, because the world is completely different now from what it was 5-6 years ago. Before COVID, a lot of things wasn't happening. It's a different world and a different place right now. And people are starting to find loopholes in the system and exploit those loopholes to make hundreds of thousands of dollars, if not millions of dollars. because there's different levels to everything. There's different levels of a business. There's different levels of fraud and scamming. There's different levels to everything. So my whole thing is I want people to start being more smart and being more aware of these CPNs, because at the end of the day, I don't want anybody buying any type of information or buying something that they really don't know anything about, and they're committing some type of fraud, and then they go to jail. And then, you know, I don't want people to keep doing that, because I see it all day, every day. And sometimes people already know about those, and they're willing to put themselves in that position, and 9 times out of 10 they're gonna get caught and go to jail, because it's happening so much that these banks and these car lots are starting to scan IDs, and that picture might say this information, but that driver's license number and that barcode in the back is going to match that person. And once they scan it and that information pops up and it doesn't match, then they gonna, you know, call the police, stall you out, make you wait until the police come, and then you know what happens next. So the rise of synthetic identities, identity theft has been on the rise, because people are understanding that a lot of people in the world have good credit profiles, and by them utilizing somebody else's credit profile, they'll be able to get loans, credit cards, and lines of credit, or open up bank accounts, or do a lot of different things utilizing somebody else's credit that pertains to some type of financial gain. All right, so always being safe, always being aware of what's going on, managing your accounts, from getting Experian to freezing to getting Experian. First of all, y'all need to get your Experian accounts. Stop using Credit Karma. Stop being cheap. Stop trying to get everything for free. Get y'all Experian accounts so you can actually know your accurate FICOs from TransUnion, Experian, and Equifax. Freeze your credit profiles so nobody can get accounts or nothing in y'all name. Go get y'all Norton LifeLock. Monitor your accounts. Start swapping out y'all cards every so often, getting new cards and changing the numbers, because we all use debit cards and credit cards on a daily basis, and every time you use it, it's being stored on a database, and databases are hacked and compromised on a daily basis, and you never know. So if that database was hacked and it has that information, you have a new card, that information is no longer valid. So staying, you know, safe and couple steps ahead always will keep you safe and aware of what's going on. But credit has been on a rise, and credit fraud, CPNs, and identity theft, pre-built CPNs, profiles, whatever people call them, has all been on the rise, because people are starting to utilize credit a lot more after COVID-19 with businesses and starting businesses and getting loans, credit cards, and lines of credit to help their business continue to elevate and grow, so they can continue to, you know, make some more. So make sure y'all staying safe. Make sure y'all being aware. Make sure y'all getting y'all businesses together. Make sure y'all paying attention to what's going on. Don't be so gullible into believing that you can have a second credit profile. And just be more safe out there, man. It's your boy King Hustle, and I'm checking out. Shout out to all my real King Hustle fans, supporters, subscribers out there, because without y'all, there'd be no me. Y'all motivate me keep going. Y'all motivate me keep dropping the sauce, and y'all motivate me keep y'all entertained. So shout out to all of y'all. Anybody out there that's tired of being broke, because it ain't no joke, let's get to work. FaceTime 101 limited gyms, and I am doing 5 questions, so make sure y'all tap in with that. Make sure y'all getting y'all credit mentorship. Make sure y'all getting y'all mentorship, the monthly mentorship. Make sure y'all follow me on my vendor platforms on the Telegram and Potato app, Millionaire Network. Still looking for people for the production company. Still looking for rappers, singers, models, producers, cameramen, and women, gamers, streamers, and content creators. Make sure y'all follow me on all my YouTube channels and my Twitch. Make sure y'all follow me on my IG, King Hustle X1M. Go run the followers up. King Hustle X1M.2. Make sure y'all tapping in to this credit, to this business, because it's time to elevate, it's time to win, it's time to grow, and it's time to, you know, put ourselves in the position, in the atmosphere to, you know, become financially free. Get our credit together. Start taking trips. Start, you know, doing the things that we see other people doing, and doing the things that we want to do. It's not about other people, it's about you. So let's get it together. Let's get our credit together. Let's start paying more attention. Let's stop being so gullible. And let's elevate. It's your boy King Hustle. I see you at the next lesson or video or live. Peace.